Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Donna. I have another video. Yes, I know you're probably surprised to have one so soon after the last one. I am still working on Amanda from Scrimping Mummy's digital kit, her Journaling Joy kit. This is her March Journaling Joy Recipe Keeper. It is only available, I believe, I could be wrong, to members. I am a member. It only cost me like, I don't know, $5 Canadian or something like that, maybe $6 Canadian a month. Because there is an exchange rate and all that, and you get this kit every month as well as other little things. I explained that all in my previous video where we did these recipe cards, and this is the same kit. I went through the kit in the last video, so you can go and watch that if you'd like to see the entire kit. I printed the entire kit on nice printer paper. It's still printer paper, but it's a little bit thicker. I think it's called the Premium 32 or something like that. I'm going to pick out a few, 2 or 3 sheets, maybe a bit more, to make these little folders to go into the recipe journal whenever I do get around to making it. I am probably going, or I know I'm going to print on the back of some of them. I want to leave it blank, but I don't want them, like if I decide to use this one, I don't want the inside of the folder to be white. So I'm going to print a tea-dyed page on the back of here, a digital page, which I also got off of her Scrimping Mummy's site because she had a bonus which you can buy. It's what she called word soup, and it included a digital for just tea dye. So I'm going to actually tea dye it on the back of this just so that it's not white when I print it out. I will probably show you that other kit later, but I'm not sure when I'm going to be using it for anything. So I will pick out a few pages. I'm going to print on the back of them, and I'll be right back. Okay, I printed off, I picked out 4 of the papers from her kit. I printed off the tea-dyed page from her word soup, from Amanda's word soup. And then I cut them out to be, the pages to be 8.5 by 6 inches. Because I want them all the same. Now, I saw this technique in a video from Scrapbooking with Me, where she didn't measure anything. She just did it, and you can wing it and do it like that. I just have an accounting background, so I can't wing anything. So I have to measure and score and do what I have to do to get the job done. Now, to measure this, the 8.5 by 11, in this page is probably not going to matter too much, but I didn't just cut it off at the corner. I put wherever I wanted the image to be. Like for this one, I'd probably want it in the middle, which means that all this will go. And the reason I would do that is because I don't want some of it to have that outline and some sides not to have the outline. Hopefully that makes sense. So let me just go and cut this one, and I'll be right back. Okay, so there's the final page. So I have the 4 pages ready to make my folders. That's just my prototype. Now for this, to do my tabs, that you see at the edge here, I'm using a notch punch. This I picked up at Michael's like last week. Fairly cheap. It has the notch for making the envelopes and then a corner rounder. This is also on your, what do you call those things? Envelope punch boards. But this is just easier because it's just more compact. And I used a 40% off coupon. I think it came to like $8 Canadian, so it was really pretty inexpensive. And easier for me to do that. So now we're going to make the notches on here first, on all the 4 pages that I have. Now on the notch side, just because I do want them kind of even. Okay, so for me, I want to keep them pretty much the same. So I'm just lining up the top with the edge of the notcher. And now I have something that looks like this. And I'm going to put in and do another notch, but now I'm going to line it up with the curve of this, so where the other notch ended. And I'm going to notch it again. Now I have this funky thing happening here, which we're going to cut off with, I'm just going to use a ruler and a knife. You can use scissors too. Probably be better if I did it from this side. And I'm just going to put it right along where those notches end. And now we have a notch. I'm going to finish this one for you, and then I'm going to go and do the other ones off camera so you're not sitting with me. Now I want to fold it in half so we have that. The reason I did it this way, I know in Scrapbooking with Me, she folded the whole page over first and then she notched it so she had the notch on both sides. I don't want the notch on the back, but I also want this page just coming up to this, to the front. I don't want it overlapping either. So that's why I'm folding it this afterwards and doing everything afterwards so I can see and not have to worry about it not lining up or cutting it or whatever. That's also why I did not score the center, because I knew the center wouldn't be accurate now that I've cut off a piece of it. So now I have this, so there's nothing on the back. It's just this, and now you have all this writing space for something else. You have a little spot there that you could put a label for whatever recipe or whatever is in this case, or this in this little folder. I'm going to round the edges on just the top and the bottom, not all four. And this punch did go through quite nicely through both layers. As I said, though, it's not cardstock. It's just really good printer paper. You do have to be careful. You do not have to place the notches where I did. You can move the notches up and down. Like you can stagger them for the lower. I'm not doing that. If you do that, you do have to be careful to make sure that it's not interfering, this notch with corner rounding. Like that one kind of did because it's just a little bit close. I might have to get my other corner rounder out. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Just because when it's close, it's hard for it, it won't clear this. But there we go. That's the folder done. Then we're going to decorate them. Probably in the same fashion that I did the other one. Hopefully I'll remember to use the drywall tape. Okay, I'm going to go and do the other three that I have, and then we'll come back and decorate them. Okay, so I did the notches, cut off the excess, folded them, corner round them, and then I actually also used Vintage Photo Distress ink to go around the edges inside and out on all four of them. That was pretty quick, actually, completely. Then I also dug out of my label box some of these labels. I need small ones, and I couldn't find four the same, but I found some that will fit not too bad in there. They'll be okay. I might have to actually cut the corners just a little bit so that they fit a little tiny bit better in that spot, because I do want to be able to read whatever recipe or whatever use I have for these little things. And actually, I think I'm going to cut that off too. And then they'll all fit in there nicely. So that's those. Then I want to decorate them, and I kind of want to keep the same style as the recipe cards that I did. Only this time I want to remember my tape. And because they're going to be going normal direction portrait, I actually can use some of the dolls if I wanted to, or the ladies that I had cut out previously that I've used on some of the cards, but not all of them, because I think they would this one look awesome on there. This one, because it has so much going on, maybe not, maybe just something simple. Yeah, I think that's fine for just these 4 little dies on each of them. Unless I want this one instead. No. This. Okay, so before I forget, I want to put on a piece of the drywall tape. I just want to know where I'm going to be putting the focal image before I do that. Okay, so that's that. Now we will just distress the edges of those. I'm not sure about any words or anything that I want to add on to these yet. I don't think I want to repeat the words that I used previously, but I do have, I had a couple of kits, and I found one that had baking or recipe type words in it, which I'll show you in a second. I'm not sure if I will use them or not. I might just leave them plain. So I'm not trying to do really a collage. I'm just trying to keep them really simple and as flat as I can keep them, because they're going to go into a journal, so I don't want really any bulk. It's funny because when I got the order, I ordered the drywall tape on Amazon because I just didn't feel like walking through Home Depot for it. It could have been cheaper at Home Depot or one of the other places, I don't know. And it was really weird. So my husband goes, "What's that?" I said, "It's drywall tape." And he doesn't even question me anymore. He knows I'm not drywalling, so, but he still just doesn't question me. Okay, so these are the other little label things I had. I'm not sure. I might cut a couple of them out just to see if they would go at all. If not, I might just leave them blank. So I'm going to get my art glitter glue back out, and we'll glue these down. Glue down the labels, but I think the labels might be on sticker paper. Not even using any boo-boo tape today, because I don't know where it would fit on here. I looked at washi tape, but I didn't have anything that would be appropriate, so we're not using it. I don't think this is a sticker, so this one we'll just glue down. Actually, it was a sticker. I can see it now. Okay, so there's the four, what they look like right now. I'm going to go in, I don't know, let's just cut one out and see. That's not too bad. Okay, I'm going to go cut these out and I'll be right back. Okay, battery's about to die. Hopefully I'll make it through. I have finished these. I did add another different digital. It is from, what's it called? I had the name on one of these cards. The Design Box. It's a kitchen recipe digital. They're on Etsy. So I'm just going to quickly show you them. I'm quite pleased with myself. I've got them all four done, all in a very short period of time. So I've got those for my next journal, or one of my recipe journal. I got the recipe cards ready for my recipe journal. And before my battery dies, have a great day.